Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? Oh my goodness, I just want to always start off, and well, I never start off saying this, so I want to start saying like thank you for all the love and support and well wishes that I continuously keep getting in my comments. You guys are pouring into me. It's crazy that I tell you guys to pour into yourself, and I woke up one day and you guys are just pouring into me, just sending me well wishes, wishing the best for me. I think I only got a few nasty comments, and those don't even matter because I am getting an abundance of love and support, and I just want to say I appreciate that, right? So what did I want to say again? Did I want to say something else? No, I didn't want to say anything else. We can get started. So as you guys can see by the title of the story, I am talking about the other girl. And I think I kind of wanted to transition a little bit because I've been giving you guys a lot of friendship story times, a lot of horror story times, but like I've also had a lot of horror relationships, situationships, like in the dating world. I've had some horror stories as well. So I'm like, I want to start giving you guys some dating horror stories because I also want you guys to know the red flags in certain situations. And I got some funny, that's one thing, like the friendship story times were not funny, but the dating story times, yo, I can sit back and laugh my ass off. Like I can literally sit back and cry tears about certain stuff. Like these men are so funny, right? So today I'm gonna give you guys a story time about this dating situation I had, and it's so crazy. The reason why I thought about telling you guys this is because this person got in contact with me recently, like last week, literally, like, and it was not well. It was not swell. So let me just start the story off so you guys can, so I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm just gonna start it off, right? So the story starts off like this, and you guys know every time I say the story starts off like this, it's gonna be wet, it's gonna be motherfucking juicy, okay? It's gonna be wet, spicy, nice, wet, squishy mac and cheese, like for real, for real. That thing's finna be wet, nice and wet, and the history between me and this person is the reason why it's finna be wet, right? Sidebar, for everyone who tapped into the Bad Girls Club Aruba story time, y'all, guess who I seen on the train yesterday? Guess who I seen on the, well, y'all know, Jezebel. That's not crazy? And like I saw the girl looking at me, and I wasn't even supposed to be on that train. I was lost, but it was the train on my way to my house. Remember I told y'all Jezebel lived like 9-minute drive from me, so she's a stop away, so it's not unlikely that we would be on the same train headed home. But I'm never on this train at this time, and I got lost and I had to head back home. You get what I'm saying? So I seen Jezebel, I seen a girl looking at me, but I'm like, yo, this looked like Jezebel, but it looked, you know, I remember I said Jezebel is mad unkempt, like she always looked unkempt. This girl looked even more unkempt, so I was like, nah, it can't be Jezebel because I know that you glow up as you grow up. You know what I'm saying? I guess for me, like, you know what I mean, like you glow up, like people grow. So I'm like, there's no way. And it's like, Jezebel, you're not doing well, baby. You gotta take care of yourself, baby. You gotta take care of your skin, you gotta take care of your hair. I know we all have bad hair day, bad nails day and stuff like that, but as women, when we're going outside, even if we're going to work, wherever we're going, we gotta make sure we look, you know, presentable. But the only time I don't look presentable if I'm going to the corner store, Walmart, or my front porch. But outside of that, you don't even need makeup to look presentable. Just make sure your hair is combed, take care of your skin, take care of your nails, make sure your lips is not chapped, you're good to go. Nevertheless, yeah, I saw Jezebel. She didn't say nothing to me, but she was looking at me before I noticed her, and then when she realized I noticed her, she was looking at me from the corner of her eye. And I just kind of like, I had to get off in the next stop anyway, so I wasn't in front of her for mad long. But like I said, I was frustrated because I was lost, so I wasn't even worried about her. But nevertheless, it's crazy that I just be running into these people. Like, I feel like I'm talking them into existence when I talk to y'all about them. But anyways, y'all, like, let's get to the juicy story time about these niggas, because these niggas is crazy. These niggas is wild. These niggas is So I'm gonna start off by giving this guy I dated a name. What name do I want to give him? I'm gonna call him Yeezy. Okay, I'm gonna call him Yeezy. Do I want to call him Yeezy? Yeah, I'm gonna just call him Yeezy because he was very like, damn, do I want to call him ASAP? Yeah, I'm gonna call him ASAP, short for ASAP Rocky, right? Because he was that type of guy, like very pretty flacco, dresses real like the dressing game is insane, like the sneaker game insane. I'm not talking about like regular dressing. I'm talking about like, you know how ASAP Rocky is really big in the fashion world as far as like his dressing goes. He was that type. Like, he always had the like top tier like designer. You don't even know it's designer, just top tier, top notch. He has swag like Soho, like upper echelon. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but y'all know what kind of guys I'm talking about, right? So I'm calling him ASAP because he dressed like Kanye too. That's why I want to call him Yeezy. But I don't feel like saying Yeezy throughout this whole video. Like, even saying it now, Yeezy is like taking my breath away. Like, I'm not about to be saying Yeezy like for an hour. Like, so I'm just calling him ASAP because I don't want to say ASAP Rocky either. So all right, so ASAP, right? So we gotta name him ASAP, right? Let me drink something before I get this started because I'm parched. So we're gonna call him ASAP. So we're gonna call him ASAP, right? So ASAP and I met when I was 16 years old, y'all. Like, I was 16, so we talking 15 plus years now, right? Ago. I was 16 and I had just graduated college. Not college, I just graduated high school. And I was going to my college orientation was the same day as my high school graduation, right? So I was supposed to pack a bag to change my clothes, and we ended up forgetting it at home. And my graduation was downtown Brooklyn, and I was going to FIT for college, so I was close to the Manhattan. So to go back home to get my clothes to change out of I would have missed orientation. So my mom was like, we'll just go buy something in the area and you'll change in the dressing room. We'll buy it at the store, because we was going, like, you know, FIT's in Midtown Manhattan anyway, so mad clothing stores around. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, let's go to H&M. Back then I was an H&M girly. I used to love H&M. I don't wear H&M anymore. I would rather go to Zara, but I was an H&M babe back then, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool, we go to H&M. So we go into H&M. I'm shopping, whatever. I'm in my cap and gown, right? I'm shopping, picking up a little outfit or whatever. This boy comes up to me, right? So, like, y'all gotta remember, like, at that time, I think I was still in my, like, ugly Betty, ugly duckling phase, but I was a little bit transitioning, but I was definitely still there. So any type of male, like, attention that I was getting, it was like I was hype about it. But, like, it's not like pick me energy. It was just kind of like, I never been picked before, so now that I'm being, not never been picked, I had boyfriends and stuff like that, but you know how girls get recognized, and like, now it's so ironic because now I hate that shit. Oh, I hate men. I hate being looked at as a piece of meat. I hate being howled at. I hate her. Like, y'all, I hate that shit so much, bro. Like, and people will ask me, like, then why do you dress up like that, and why do you glam up? For me, like, I know it's cliche to say that, but like, that's serious. Like, I just love, like, I'm a fashion girly. Like, I'm a designer. Like, I'm a whole fashion designer. Shop that day, harasnyc.com, of course. But like, I just uploaded, it should be uploaded today. Like, there's this new piece I worked on, and I want to give it to y'all, but I just didn't want to give it to y'all so raw. But I'm gonna just give it to y'all. But yeah, check it out, y'all. So I'm like, I dress and like step out, but like, I really hate the male attention, right? But back then when I used to get it, it was like amazing to me. I was like, oh my god. Like, I really love that shit, right? So y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that noise, but they're doing construction, and I already turned off the fan for y'all. I can't turn off the construction. I'm sorry, y'all, but I hope it's not like loud. I can hear it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but nevertheless, let's get back to the story, right? So so I was a little giddy about it. So he was helping me pick out my outfit, asking me, you know, congratulating me, whatever, asking me like, you know, what I'm getting into. I'm telling him I'm going to orientation, la di la. You know, we chopping up, we getting into it. My mom, she's shopping around for herself, and I'm shopping around with him. My mom is mad cool though. Like, she's not one of those moms that was gonna be like she does that but in a playful way, but she wasn't gonna like be on some nasty vibes. So she let me shop around with him. I'm 16, right? So after we was purchasing, when we was leaving, he came and he asked my mom if he could ask me for my number, right? He was like, oh, you know, your daughter, she's so beautiful, I would love to like take her out, whatever. My mom was like like asking him little questions, but she let him rock or whatever. So I gave him my number. I never thought he would hit me up, but he did, right? He ended up hitting me up. So I go to orientation, whatever. I can't remember how long it took for him to hit me up, but he hit me up, right? So now that he hit me up, we link up, we go out on we start going out on dates. So we going out on dates, y'all, and at that time I ended up finding out because we went to go for drinks, right? And he was like, oh, I know a spot, they're not gonna ID you, whatever the case may be, right? So we go there and they actually ID'd us, and they told me I couldn't drink. And then when he put out his ID, I seen like he was 20. He was like a whole 4 years older than me, but he looked so young. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, like, is this even like, you know, like it, like now that we are in today's day and age, we understand grooming a lot more. You know, like we understand statutory RAP a lot more and stuff like that. Back then, it's like I wasn't knowledgeable of those things, you know what I'm saying? And my mom probably assumed like he looked like a kid, bro. He looked like he was 16, 17 max. Like, she probably assumed he was in high school too, because he just had such a young demeanor, a young face, a young vibe and everything. But 20 is not old, like, you know what I mean? Like, but like I was 16 nevertheless. Did I think it was an issue? Of course not. I didn't think it was an issue. I was young, dumb, impressionable. Like, you know what I mean? And I seen a cute guy in front of me who was interested in me, and he's a guy that I never dated his caliber of men before. You know what I mean? I never dated like that type of guy before. And now that I was going to FIT and I get to say I got a fashion nigga, what? Say less. Like, that's all I was thinking. So we're going out on dates, and of course we start to become active, like intimacy or whatever the case may be. Y'all, for a very long time in my life, right, I swear to God, up until very recent years, y'all, up until like the past 3 years, bro, like from the age of 16 to like the past 3 years, I have never experienced such amazingly great intercourse before. Like, I swear to God, like, his D is on point. Savage, like, freaky, like lusty, like, yeah, I don't even want to think about it because I hate him. Like, I don't hate him, I just can't stand him, but like, it was to the point where, like, as I started like getting into relationships over the years or whatever, I was like, damn, like, it's hard to find a good nigga. Like, it's hard out here for a pimp. Like, I feel like all this goodness should not be wasted on whack. Like, that's why I'm so like, I don't like just have, like, I have to be in a relationship or I have to seriously be dating you, because I'll be damned if I have to add another body to my caliber and it's whack. Like, I need some certified good D, and I have a little check off list that helps me know if the D is on point before I dive in there. And if you don't check off on that list, every single dot on that list, you're not coming through this temple. Bakery is closed. If y'all want me to give y'all a video explaining how I could vet if a guy is worthy of in the future, let me know. Anyways, sidebar. Yeah, so y'all know I was hooked on phonics, right? So now him and I are dating. We're probably dating like what, like a couple of months into like a year or whatever. And everything is, to me, everything is going good because I've been to his house. You know what I'm saying? We're texting all the time. One thing that I should have noticed was a huge red flag was we both had iPhones, right? But his text messages were always green bubble. Like it was always green. I don't like understand. I didn't, like, at that time I was dumb and ditzy and naive, so I didn't understand that he probably was most likely using a text free. At the end of the day, he's older than me. I wasn't tech savvy. Like I wasn't, that's not what I was thinking about. Like, you know, I wasn't playing Inspector Gadget. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just knew I was texting with him. Who knows why his bubble is green and not blue? Like, who knows? So funny story about that. One time I was trying to send him a picture or something like that, and like when I was typing in like you know when you send a picture and you like from like a website or something, you have to type in a number. So I had to type in the number. I don't know why, but I had typed in like part wrong number first and then the regular number, so it came in as two numbers attached, and I texted the picture to him. But I didn't even realize that I made that mistake. But the number that I had put was just a variation of his number. It just didn't fully type out. He texted me back like, who you three-way texting me with? Like, he had a fit. Like, he was upset with me. And I had to really thoroughly explain to him what happened with the text message. Like, I wasn't three-way texting, but I didn't even understand why he was so mad. But I ended up understanding. Future me knows now. You know what I mean? So fast forward to one night, right? One night, I can't tell y'all how long after we started dating, but one night after we were in bed together, and y'all, I hear somebody ringing his bell. He lives in the basement part, right? Him and his brothers, is like 3 rooms. One of the rooms is his, 3 rooms in the bathroom, and then the top part, his mom lives up there, right? So we're in the basement and in his room, and I hear the doorbell ringing from the top. So the mom answered the door, but like she's talking to somebody, but it sounds a little chaotic. So now I hear her call ASAP, like, yo, ASAP, come upstairs, right? I need you, come upstairs. So ASAP comes to the door. His brother knocking at the door now, right? He's ignoring his mom. His brother comes at the door, and you know when somebody like crack open the door to talk to somebody in secret? So he crack open the door like, brother like, he like, he looking back at me like, see if I'm looking, see if I'm listening. Well, duh, I'm looking, duh, I'm listening. I'm just not gonna make it obvious. I'm nosy, pal. But I want to know what's going on. So now he leaves out the room like and closes the door behind him, and I didn't even know he had his key. Locks me in there, bro. Locks me in the room. But I mean, of course I come out, but he locks me in there. So he go upstairs. As soon as like a couple of minutes, I start hearing, like, it sounds like people are fighting, bro. Like, you know, you start hearing shit hitting the wall, shit hitting the floor, shit breaking, one voice yelling, one voice screaming, somebody saying stop, somebody saying all type of it sounds like chaos up there. I know people was fighting. I just don't know who was fighting and why they were fighting. It's like 3-4 in the morning, y'all. Like, y'all, I was shook, because you gotta understand, like, I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know if he's getting robbed. I don't know. And then he lived in the hood. Like, he lived in the hood. Like, the ghetto, the projects. Like, he lived in the hood. So I was scared. Like, I didn't know what was going on. And I knew that he dealt, like, trees. Like, he sold trees or whatever, you know. Ganja, burn. So I didn't know if it had something to do with that. I was scared. So I don't know how much time went by, but I stayed in the room. Mind you, I needed to pee so bad. I need to use the bathroom so bad. I held it, like shaking my leg, holding it, because I don't want to come out. So now some time passes by and he comes back in the room. He looks disheveled as a motherfucker. Like his shirt is all ripped up, like scrunched up. Like you could tell he was fighting. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you could tell like an altercation happened and he was a part of it. I heard everything die down and I'm asking him like, are you okay? What happened? He not saying nothing. He just sitting at the edge of his bed, tight, like tight. So I was like, you want me to go home? He was like, yeah, like, you know, can you just like go home, like just for tonight, whatever, I'll call you, whatever. So he puts me in a cab to go home. But like the whole time, like before like he calls the cab, and like it's like he looking around like he got a hit on his back, like he's scared, like he looking everywhere. He went outside and looked before he let me leave and everything. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? The whole time I'm thinking like he's in danger. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even thinking it has anything to do with me, because he's not telling me nothing. Y'all, a few days later after this happened, I didn't hear from him for a couple of days. I kept trying to check up on him, but I knew he probably needed his space. He didn't want to tell me what happened, so I left him alone. A couple of days later, right, I'm at work. I was working for a design company called Millie. It was on 5th Avenue in New York, but I was working in the back house. I was working in production. So I was doing pattern making, tech packs, and all that stuff, Excel, whatever. So my job, I had to go from like fashion places and picking up samples here, dropping up there. So my cell phone was necessary. You know, you work jobs where they should pay you extra money because they need you to be on go. They need you to use your phone to get the job done. I had to use my personal cell phone to navigate, move around, get shit done. So one day I'm working and my phone is ringing non-stop, yo. Like non-stop. I think I was in a meeting. I'm just hearing it buzzing. It's not stopping. It's buzzing to a point I had to turn it off. I couldn't even text the person like, who is this? I'll call you back, because it was just, as soon as they hung up the phone, they just started calling again. Y'all, by the time I got out of my meeting, I'm trying to use my phone to get some shit done. The number had gave me over 100 calls and it was still calling. So now I finally got a chance to text another back, like, are you, like, who is this? What is going on? Like, I'm at work. Why are you calling my phone like that? The person texts back like, oh, it's an emergency. Call me right back. I'll let you know when you answer the phone. So I called the number. So I stepped aside from my desk, because now I'm frantic. Like, who the hell would be calling me 100 times? It's not my mom. I called my mom first. My mom said she good. Everybody in my family good. I just don't know what's going on. Like, who would be calling me 100 times? And there's an emergency and it has nothing to do with my family. So I call the number back and there's a woman, a girl on the other end, and she's like, hey, this is so and so. I can't tell you her name for the life of me. I don't remember. Do you know ASAP? I'm like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. Like, yeah, I know ASAP. She's like, how could that be your boyfriend if we just had a baby together? It's a boy. Yeah, his name is so and so. I can send you pictures right now. Blah blah blah. I'm like, she's like, oh, I know about you. I knew you were in the house that night I came the other night. I was trying to meet you. I was trying to see about you and his fake ass family. His mom, she fake as fuck. She was covering for him. I know you were down there hiding. Mind you, I didn't even know I was hiding. I was hiding from the chaos and I was locked in the room. I did not know nothing about, like, if you would, you couldn't pay me $1 million to know that that was what was going on up there. I kid you the fuck not. Like, you couldn't pay me to know. There was no way I could possibly know. At that time, you gotta remember, I was in college, I was dorming, I was working, I was he had time to live a double life. He had nothing but time. Because I wasn't up his ante. Like, I didn't have no time to be like tracking a man. Like, I was like a freshman in college getting like how many credits, classes, majors, internships, work, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So he had an easy route, if you ask me. So I wasn't thinking nothing of that. So now she's explaining everything to me, but she's not even being rowdy, bro. Like, she's being like, we all need to sit down and talk about this. So y'all, I am in shock. I am in utter and complete shock. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to react. I'm telling her, like, listen, I'm at work. I don't appreciate you calling my phone 100 times. Like, you can't do that. And like, we're gonna have to like I'll call you back, like whatever. I need to call ASAP. Like, I need to call him. Oh well, I know I got your number. Like, I got your number. But she said, yeah, she said, I got your number because I pay his phone bill. Like, you don't realize like the numbers. I had ASAP number saved from the jump, right? So I'm like, she's talking about if I don't realize the number is the same, the last 2 digits are just different because it's her phone bill. So I'm like, no, it's not, because I went to go look at ASAP. I never remember what ASAP number was, but I went to go look at his number from the contacts, and I'm like, no, like, are we really even talking about the same person? Because I mean, well, obviously because she's talking about the other night, but it's not the same number. She was like, yeah, I sent her a screenshot of the number, and she was like, no, that's not the number. That's not the number. Like, this is the number. Like, this is our number. So I'm just like, so that's why your messages was coming up green, because you were using a different phone or a different number or whatever it is to communicate with me, because you couldn't communicate with like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't communicate with me off of her phone line because she was paying for it. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, but like, if I never communicated with him off of that number, how the hell did she get my number? Like, she had to go through his phone or something. I don't know. Like, because we never spoke. The number that she showed me and him never spoke on that number. So now I hit up ASAP to tell ASAP what's going on. Bro, he not like answering. He not answering like for mad long. Mind you, he would always answer my text messages. He not answering. So I call him. He answered when I call him, like, oh, I can't talk right now. I'm at work, but I'm gonna call you as soon as I get off. When he like got off of work, whatever, he texts me like, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my God, like not only do you have a girlfriend, and I'm like, she's telling me the whole nine, like they've been together like since they were in high school. Like, what? That's your high school sweetheart? Like, I was like probably like 12 years old when y'all got together. Like you feel me? Like, I was like a kid. Like, this is so nasty. And then y'all got a kid together. Like, I'm like, nah, like this is nasty. Like, this is grimy. This is messed up. Like, and now I look like a homewrecker, and I had no clue about what was going on. I was happy that she wasn't nasty with me, but it was just like, these are grown-ass people. Like, I'm like 17 probably at this point, or close to 18 or something like that. Like, I'm not old enough to be, they're getting older, I'm like still young, getting older, but it's like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like, babies, like what? Like, I just started having sex. like you get what I mean? Like, y'all, like, this is nuts. So me and him stopped talking. I can't tell you how their situation went after I stopped speaking with him, but me and him stopped talking because it was the ultimate. He betrayed me. Like, why couldn't you have just been honest with me? You feel me? Like, we've been dating for how long? And like you couldn't just, I felt like he groomed me in a way, and he seen that I was an insecure girl and I was very excited to have his attention, and I think he played on that like successfully. You get what I'm saying? So y'all, that was what would happen. But y'all would think the story ends there, and it don't end there, right? It don't end there. It don't end there. So fast forward a couple of years, I went on in my own relationships. I don't know what he got going on. Mind you, y'all, I had him on Instagram like during the time we were dating, but after we stopped talking, I couldn't find his page anymore. So I figured he blocked me, but I just felt like, how you block me and you did something to me? I didn't do anything to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I'm assuming that she probably gave him an ultimatum. Like, she probably was really doing her research on me, finding my page, finding, like, she probably was going through his phone and all that stuff, and she probably was like, block her, blah 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 blah, block 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 block. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, even if she wasn't that rude to me, like, I'm pretty sure she was over there laying down some law. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't have him on IG. I ain't hear from him. Years go by. I'm in a whole nother relationship, whatnot. One day I go to this event, this Cookies event. You know Cookies, the people that do like the weed trays and stuff like that. And I ran into him. And it was kind of like, it was really like, nothing happened. Like, we saw each other and it was like just meshed, like, right away, like, literally, like. And at that point, like, I'm in my like early or mid 20s, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm like 24 like ish or whatever. So I'm getting more like confident, I'm doing big things, I'm designing now, whatever. Shit has shifted, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I know he probably got like a 5-year-old now or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, should I be talking to him? But at that point in time, I think I was in between relationships and I wanted to have a good time. So I started talking to him again, right? But this time, I guess because he's seen the way I started to glow up, he was on some like, oh, I know what I did before was like messed up. But right now, I would love to work on a relationship with you, and I would love for us to build something, la di la 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 la, la blah 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 blah. So I'm like, maybe things didn't work out the first time. He's accountable and he's apologizing. But that's one thing, like, was it accountability? Because this man was a womanizer, y'all. Like, he was so Casanova smooth, y'all. He was smooth. Like, he knew how to speak to you. Like, if this man wanted to be a pimp, he could outright be a pimp. He could really outright be a pimp because he really knows how to, like, talk to a woman. And I think that's the reason why he got away with doing the things that he's done, is because he knows how to speak to women. He knows how to play on women's emotions, soft sides. Like, he's a gaslighter, bro. He's a motherfucking gaslighter. That's what I can say about it. And y'all really gotta be aware of gaslighting, bro. Gaslighting, it's seriously like mental abuse, bro. Like, they really need to put it on the list of mental abuse, because if you think about the definition of gaslighting, it's someone trying to convince you that your truth is not the truth for their benefit. So you would literally go crazy knowing that something is happening to you or around you or in front of you, and someone telling you like, ooh, it's your imagination. Ooh. Like, come on, bro. That is mental abuse. That's just wild. Like, I hate, if you are a gaslighter, if I get the slight sense that you're a gaslighter, bro, you cannot be around me. I would not be gaslit. I would not. In no capacity, no environment, I would not be gaslit. Like, tell me what it is or don't speak to me at all. Like, that's how I feel about it. So, y'all, he smooth talked me right back into that toxic situation. He literally did. He definitely smooth talked me back into it. And I was at a point, remember, when you're in between relationships, you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable from whatever happened in your last situation and trying to get into another one. So I was vulnerable at the time, so I liked the attention and I went for it, right? So now I'm aware of his child now. He's been accountable, apologized, we're dating again. But now I'm a little more on guard. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I wasn't that on guard. I guess he's smarter than me. That's why I say he's a womanizer, because I thought I was on guard, but I guess he's smarter than me. Y'all, nothing has changed. If anything, my life has become way more time consuming. So he, like I said, a guy dating me is gonna have time to do whatever he needs to get done, because I am always working. I'm wearing so many hats. I'm always doing something that I have to make time for relationship stuff. So he's always gonna have time to do whatever he's doing. But ASAP was out of control, bro. He was out of control. Like, and that's one thing, like, I realized the reason why you don't find a lot of good D men is because a lot of them are trapped in toxic situations, bro. Because they're good D it's just it messes up women's lives. It messes up their lives, their mental stability, their understanding, everything. Like, all they could think about is being freaking serenaded by this good D. Let me stop talking about this man, D, right? So I don't know how long we were dating again this time, but it wasn't long. It was like a few weeks to a couple of months, maybe max, right? Y'all, I wasn't really going to his house like that. I probably went to his house twice, but he was more so now coming to my house, right? Because I was just more comfortable at home, and then I was sewing at home and whatever, so he's come to my house. Y'all, he used to be sneaking in and out my window because my, like, at that time, because I wasn't in a relationship, I didn't want to just be bringing men into my house, because I would have to introduce them to my family or whatever. So, like, coming through the main part of the house, and like the security cameras is coming on, the thing, my dog barking, like, you're not finna come through that main house door without being noticed. So I used to just have him sneak into my window all the time. And then I had like my own bathroom, so it wasn't nothing. So now me and him are supposed to meet and go out on a date, right? So I'm calling him like, yo, I'm ready, when are you supposed to meet, whatever. And I hated that about him. Like, he ain't have a car, but he used to make so much money. So I'm just like, why you don't have a car? Like, we used to have to Uber everywhere, taxi everywhere. It was so annoying, but he used to pay for them. So I'm calling him to order my taxi, you know what I'm saying? He not answering. So now he started FaceTiming me. So I'm like, finally, because I was getting restless. And I'm answering the FaceTime. And as soon as I answer it, I see scuffling, his scuffling, then it hangs up. Then I see the FaceTime call again, it hangs up. Like, the FaceTime keeps trying to call me, but it keeps hanging up. So I'm thinking something wrong with his phone. Like, what the hell is going on? So now I'm calling it back while it's trying to call me back. So finally, I get through, but it's not on the FaceTime, it's on the regular phone. And I hear this girl screaming on the other line, like, are you Sarah? Are you Sarah, bitch? Like, she's cursing at me. Like, she called me out my name. You whore. You Jezebel. You prostitute. You home wrecker. You bitch. Fuck you. Like, she's cursing me out, y'all. Like, literally. Are you Sarah? And then all I could hear is him saying, stop, yo, chill. Stop, yo, chill, yo, stop. Chill, chill, chill. And then I hear, like, thumping. Like, you can hear the fight. Like, at one point the phone eventually drops, and I could tell she's beating him up because he's screaming stop and stuff, and I just hear mad hits, and I hear her like fuck, like cursing him out and stuff like that, and just mad, like bumping, like people were fighting to the point where I almost went to call 911. Like, that's how bad it was. So now the phone hangs up again, y'all. So now I'm just like, should I go over there? Now I'm like, I'm about to go to his house. But then I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the? Like, I'm confused, but I'm not confused because obviously I heard her and I heard what she was saying to me. But I'm trying to figure out what's going on. They call back. It's her again. At this point, I don't know if she must have hurt him real bad, because she wasn't scuffling no more. And like, I could hear his voice faintly in the back, and I could hear her saying like, look at you, now look at you, now look at you. So she must have did something to him that kind of like knocked him down. That's why she got to like get on the phone real clearly or whatever. And she's like, you Sarah? I'm like, yes, I'm Sarah. Who are you? Oh, I found out who you were from his first BM, because I'm his second BM, and I know me and her, we have a good relationship. We live near each other. But she told me to beware of you. But I never knew in a million years you would come back. You dumb bitch. Like, this man already has a family. Why are you back here? Blah, blah, blah. Like, excuse me, sister wives. Like, what? Y'all, I'm laughing because, girl, the audacity. Like, y'all gotta understand, bro. Like, she made certain good points by saying like, why would you come back? But it was like, people are allowed to forgive people. Did I come back thinking that this freaking womanizer would have not one but two baby mamas? now that he's hiding, successfully hiding, successfully acting like they don't exist. Baby girl, what type of woman are you to be with a man and procreate with a man that does something like that? Because if the first BM was able to tell you about me, then she should have also kept it a buck with you and told you that this man is not to be trusted. This man is a womanizer. He's a cheater. He's a this, that, and the third. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's always so easy to attack the girl, but this man had his whole situation figured out, and he was playing all of us. And now, because y'all got seeds, y'all feel like I'm the this and y'all are the family. Because if I wasn't being safe, because I'm not a mom right now, because I'm choosing to become a mom when I'm married, and I'm sticking to that. So I have always kept myself safe. So because I've taken precautions and I didn't join the sister wife club, now I'm the enemy. Now you want to come for me? See, the first BM, she spoke to me very nicely. This one, very nasty. Very, very nasty. Very hood radish. The fact that she was talking about they all live near each other, like, y'all, this is crazy. Like, this man could have had me in a very dangerous predicament, because I'm going to your house. Imagine, like, the only reason why he started coming to my house often, like I said, was because I was sewing from home and I had a busy schedule, so that's the best way for him to see me. But imagine if I was going to his house often. I was still going there, just not as often. And these women live in your neighborhood, around the corner from you, type shit. Like, you would have had me fighting. Like, come on now, this is crazy, bro. Like, ASAP, you're something the fuck else, y'all. So she's going up nuts on the phone. I was like, listen, love, you don't even gotta do all that. I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about me being around you and your family anymore. Like, I'm done with this man. Like, ASAP, you couldn't buy me with $1 million, bro. Like, that was like, I just felt like you groomed me the first time. You seen I was naive. You seen I was impressionable. You got away with it. You got what I'm saying? Like, and what I should have known is that when me and him started talking back again, I'm about to tell you, I saw him at the event. We still didn't have each other on Instagram. And I remember one time I wanted to send him something on Instagram and I couldn't find his page still. And I had asked him, like, yo, like, I was trying to send you something on IG. You still got me blocked. And he was saying he don't got IG anymore. Lies, bro. This nigga always had IG. He just kept me blocked, right? But y'all, the story don't end here, y'all. This is a very long story time. I have one more part of it, right? And IG comes into play, right? Just remember I said that. So I hang up the phone on her, and y'all, she continues to call me back. She's calling me, she's calling me, she's calling me back. And what's so crazy is that now that I was communicating with ASAP again, I had his iPhone number, like, and he was still on his first BM plan, and I had questioned him about it. I was like, how are you still on your first BM plan? And he's like, oh, well, I paid a bill now, and I don't want to lose the number, blah, blah, blah. We are co-parenting, we're coexisting, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, probably all lies, probably all lies. He just probably felt like now that the cat's out the bag, he could communicate with me comfortably. And now that they're sister wives, he don't got to worry about, like, yeah, such a player. So now I hang up on her, whatever. She starts sending me freaking pictures of her pregnant belly, their maternity photos. Like, this girl's harassing me. I'm blocking her number. She's sending me and calling me, sending me pictures and calling me from different numbers now. Then she finds my IG. Now she starts hitting me up on Instagram. When I tell you, I hate to say this, but she was weak work. The first BM too, weak work. Weak Brownsville trailer trash work. Okay, like, weak work. Like, they weren't, like, this is the thing, like, they were not glamorous girls, like, at all, to any capacity. Like, I was even astonished because when you would see him, like, I'm looking at him in, like, the baby shower pictures she's sending and all the stuff like that, like, he's all, like, up an echelon ASAP Rocky Kanye vibe, and them girls are just like fashion sense and hair game. They ain't standing on nothing. Like, so I hate that men would do stuff like that, where they would like want the diva like me, but then they would build the life with like they want the fantasy and then they have the life here or whatever. Like, if that makes sense, like, you know what I mean? Like, or I don't even know if I could say it like that, because like I said, if I probably wasn't on birth control, I probably would have been one of them. Like, he probably wasn't even picking and choosing. Like, yeah, it's crazy. So she's the second BM. Apparently the baby wasn't even here yet, so they were she's pregnant while she's fighting them, because when she was texting me and calling me from all them numbers, she's talking about she was like 6-7 months, whatever. So the baby wasn't even out the womb yet, and she's sitting here like, girl, you don't even, I wouldn't even beat up a man while I'm pregnant. Like, honestly, everything would be about my baby. Like, forget what that man did, forget what he said, forget everything. Like, because the trauma that you experience while doing something like that can affect you and the baby. Girl, you could have went into shock. You could have had an early labor and your child could have been born prematurely. Like, you know, like, you beating him up. Like, imagine if he would have hit you the wrong way trying to get you off of him. Like, you just never know what happens in situations like that. So I was just like, yo, this girl is unhinged, bro. And she was texting me for like a couple of days, until when I stopped responding to her, because I realized that like I kept telling her like, yo, you can have him, I don't care, stop texting me. Like, the more I kept responding to her, the more she kept hitting me up. So I realized that I just have to like stop talking. Like, I gotta stop saying anything or change my number, or she's not gonna stop. So after a couple of days, she stopped. A couple of days went by and ASAP hit me up, sending me some long essay. Y'all, I blocked him, didn't answer the essay, blocked his number. He was done for. I was done with him. At that time, I was older. I wasn't 17 again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at that point, like I said, I was in my mid-20s. So you're not about to get me again. Like, honestly, we weren't, like I said, we weren't even dating. We just met each other at an event and we started talking again. Like, we were just talking and messing around, trying to see what's up. And obviously nothing. 2 babies and 2 BMs. What was up? That's what was up. That's your situation, sir. And I want no parts of it. Like, I'm not gonna sign. Like, I don't care how good the D is. I'm not finna sign up for no type of chaotic situation like that. Like, me, young gal like me, good body gal like me, sign up for that for what? When there's a whole bunch of good body men up there. I mean, the population of men with kids has risen drastically and tremendously. It's so hard to find men out here that don't already have a broken home that they're attached to. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. So I'm not gonna sit here and deal with you and your situations. Young gal like me, good up gal like me, good skin gal, tight pum pum gal like me, wax pum pum gal like me. Like, I'm ODing now. But seriously, no. Like, I'm not standing around for that. So y'all, this is the final part of the story, because I swear to God, these men be like roaches. Like, they don't go away. They don't. It don't matter how much pesticide you put around, how much combat you squeeze in the corners, they don't go nowhere. It's like they continue to try you. Like, they continue to like tap back in. Like, yo, let me tap back in real quick. Let me see what's going on with this card here. Like, I really believe in the black book thing. And now it's like the black book thing exists, but just through social media, because people change their numbers a lot more, people get blocked a lot more, and all this stuff like that. So you, a man keeping a girl's number, good luck finding her a few years down the line with that same number or that same phone, or being able to contact her. So people kind of are now keeping tabs of people black book wise through social media, like Facebook, Instagram, etc. Right, y'all? So last week, right, I'm looking through I'm fast forwarding. Last month, I already told y'all I check my stories. I check who's watching my stories, and if I see any page in there that I don't want watching my stories, I'm hiding my stories or I'm blocking you. So I check my stories because I don't have a close friends. I don't really like close friends. I feel like if there's anything that I would want to send to my friends, I would just send it to them personally or in a group chat. I'm not putting that on the internet. So I don't have a close friends. But my stories is where I do post a lot more stuff that I probably wouldn't post on my page just for my tribe or whatever. So if I don't want you in my tribe, I'll just hide my story from you or block you. So I check my stories. I'm in my stories last month and I see ASAP page. So now I click on his page. Remember, this man told me he don't have IG anymore, right? It's still the same page because it's still the first picture from years ago or whatever that's still there. He wasn't really an internet guy because he didn't have a lot of posts. He's one of those people, you go on his page, he got like 6 posts. But he's active on there, believe it or not. So I guess he came to unblock me to see what was going on with me. And of course, you seen that nothing, but you thought years was gonna go by and I was gonna diminish. No, I'm only gonna get glow up to glow up to glow up more. So you gotta remember, like, I wish I had my ugly duckling story out right now, my ugly Betty story, because I would show y'all the version that he met me, how I looked and how I acted and stuff versus now. For a man, like, he's probably the only man who has known me or seen me through that entire transition. I'm talking body wise, looks, career wise, mentality, like everything has transitioned for me, and he can see that. Like, I can only imagine like what that looks like for him, like looking at like someone just transitioned over the course of so much years, right? So he's watching my story. So I was like, I'm gonna see if he's gonna write me and what he gonna have to say for himself, because I remember the last encounter I had with him years ago was him writing the essay to me and me just ignoring it. So I see him watching my stories for a couple of days and I'm like, I don't like this, because you didn't like anything. He didn't come on my page and like nothing. Not only was he not liking anything, he did not follow me. So because every time I would click on his page, it would say follow, not follow back. So you're not following me. So are you just typing in my name? Like, because we don't have a message thread together. Like, so it's like every day you're typing in my name and just watching my stories every single day for like a week straight. You're not gonna say nothing. So I'm like, I wonder if this is one of his BMs. So after a week go by, I write him. So I'm just like, I put a question mark. And y'all, I'm so mad because I was literally like, yo, I'm about to add the messages here. Because, yo, like, y'all, I cannot keep, like, negative stuff in my phone. If I have a disagreement, like, unless I know I would need to use this in a court of law, I'm not keeping it. If it's something that's petty and stupid and it drains my energy, I'm deleting it on my phone. That's pictures, screenshots, messages out of my social media. I don't want to see none of that because I don't need constant reminders of negative things. So I don't be wanting in there. And I'm mad because after me and him got into it, because me and him ended up getting into it. After me and him got into it, I should have just screenshotted it. But I didn't think I was going to do a story time about it. But I just wanted this stupid ass, his face out of my DMs. I blocked him, like all that extra stuff. So I don't have the messages. Sorry, y'all. But around the time it was happening, my homegirl, Shay. If you're watching this video, Shay, hey girl, hey. She was literally there when I was going back and forth with him. And she was like witnessing everything. So she's like my living witness for what happened, right? So comment, girl, comment and let them know what's going on, that this man had the audacity. Yes, girl, comment. And y'all follow my girl Shay. I'm gonna put her YouTube here. She cooks, she's an amazing chef, and I'm gonna put her YouTube and her Instagram and her information here. Shop from her if you guys are in the New Jersey, New York area. She sells food every week. Splendid. And she teaches recipes on her YouTube channel. But nevertheless, I see you, girl, Shade. Love you. So now I'm like, back to the story. So I put question mark. I wrote him a question mark because I didn't really know what to say. I just wanted to know, like, all right, is there something that you need or want? Because, like, what are you doing here type shit. Like, so I put a question mark. Immediately I put a question mark, and that was so weird, yo. He used to answer the messages so fast, like he had me on alert, or he was waiting for me to like write back or something. So I write him the question mark. He writes me back a whole paragraph. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, don't get an attitude. That question mark already looks passive aggressive. What else he said? like I wanted to say hi or something, but I didn't know what your temperature was gonna be. But judging by the way you're already starting off, I already know you gonna go off, so that's why I didn't invite you, blah blah blah. Just a whole bunch of womanizer victim shit, right? So now I answer him, I'm like, yo, you spent a week watching my stories. Like, you had me blocked for umpteen amount of years. Like, how many years have gone by? I've been blocked since your first BM. Your son has to be at least 10 years old now, bro. 10 plus, like about to be a preteen. Like, I've been blocked his whole life. Let's really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like we've never even interacted on Instagram. Like, I've been blocked like my whole life on here. Like, obviously you have to search me. As I'm telling him, I'm like, you have to search me up to come find me. I'm hoping you at least would have something of value to say instead of just sitting here watching my stories every day, which is weird to me. This man starts to say, oh, I've been unblocked you, but I just never had anything to say, so I didn't. Your page just always pops up on my Explorer. I'm never on IG. You know, I don't do the social media thing. You see that I barely post. I don't do all this social media thing. That's your thing. But every time I sign on to IG, here goes your page popping up on my Explorer. So I just tapped it. It's not that serious. Y'all, it's stuff like that that grinds my motherfucking gears, bro. Like, just playing in my face, like, like, y'all, if I could scream right now, I would. Like, but it's not that serious for me to scream. But that's how annoyed and frustrated I be, because how dare you come and seek me out, put yourself into my realm watching me, and when I confront you about it, you're trying to gaslight the hell out of me, and you're proudly doing it. You really expect me to believe that you had somebody blocked for 10 years. I don't know when you unblocked me. I don't know how, whatever. I don't even care. I don't know why. I don't care. But you had me blocked for all those years, and we have no mutual friends. You see how I emphasize that, right? I went into character to say that. We have no mutual friends. Like, me and this guy would not cross paths on a natural basis. I was even surprised that I seen him at the cookie event. But being that we all, you know, do ganja and we buy the supplies and it's a cool kind of realm community, I'm not too surprised because of the type of ASAP Rocky type of guy he is. But like, naturally, and that was in Manhattan. We crossed paths in the city at a city event. But as far as being in New York, whatever, we're not going to cross paths. We don't hang out with the same group of people. We don't have the same type of friends. We don't live in the same neighborhood. We don't even live in the same part of the city. So how would my page keep popping up on your Explorer? And y'all, follow my IG, but my IG is not lit. Like, I have like 4,000 followers on IG. I have the same amount of followers on IG as I have subscribers on YouTube. Like, and him saying that I'm a social media girly, like, I come to social media, yes, because everybody deserves a social life, so what? But like, it's not a dig, like, to be like, oh, like, the social media, like, calm your sassy self down. Like, relax. Like, I'm a whole girl doing girl stuff on social media. This is where I sell my clothing. This is where I get inspiration from. This is where I keep up with the news. You know what I'm saying? I don't live on here, but I be on here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, this is the modern life. If you're not on social media, what are you doing? Because the world is gonna leave you behind. Like, let's talk about it. So, nevertheless, you really expect me that Instagram is just gonna place me, a person with 4,000 followers, no mutual friends as you, and has been blocked for over 10 years on your page? They're just gonna, we have no message thread together, no history of posts, nothing together. They're just gonna place me on your feed every time you log on to IG, every single day, for you to be able to watch my stories. And if they're placing my post on your feed, why aren't you liking these posts? You're literally clicking on the post, watching it, bypassing it, clicking on my story and watching it, and this is happening every day. Like, come on, bro. Like, I just feel like it's my fault for being dumb and naive like so many years ago, because I feel like once you're dumb, like, people would never be convinced that you'll become smarter. I really felt like he was dealing with me like I was that 16-year-old girl that he met. Like he could just throw and tell me anything and it was just gonna fly. And it sucks because now, like, what, I'm 30, you gotta be 35, 34, 35. Like, come on, bro. Like, actually, yeah, his birthday is this month, his birthday is next week, so he's turning 35. Like, come on, grow up. So I'm like, you know, I'm like, that's cool or whatever. At that point, I wasn't even stressing the whole found me on the explore page, whatever. That's what you want to go with it. Just be honest. Like, I love people who are honest. You could have just been like, oh yeah, you know, I was looking on my block list and I realized I had you blocked and it's been so many years, there's no reason to have you blocked. I would love to interact with you again. I wanted to see what was up with you, what you was doing. I like what you did. You could have just kept it a buck. You could have just been like, be a real nigga. Like, be a real nigga. Like a lot of men these days, they just like men have a right to be emotional, but leave the sass for the woman. Like, the sassiness has got to go, bro. I cannot deal with it. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm more men than men are. I'm more of a man than men are. I can take a lot. My resilience is very high. I can be very brutally honest. I say things like it is. I'm not shy about my feelings. I'm accountable. I'm humble. I'm not afraid to let down my pride and ego. Like, men should have those qualities. Like, I'm not afraid to lead. I'm not afraid to be honest with myself and the world. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's such nasty behavior. So I'm just like, well, if you're gonna be watching my stories, at least follow me. If you're not gonna follow me, I don't appreciate you just be lurking in my stories. Like, it's uncomfortable. It's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not liking nothing. I don't like people just, the people, like, if you're gonna watch me, just watch me secretly. Like, don't watch me all up in my face. Like, the people that I like on Instagram that be on my stuff, we actually interact. I interact with their posts, they interact with mine. That's cool, but me and you don't got that going on. So please, like, stop doing that. He was like, all right, cool. I didn't really want to make you upset, but maybe one day we could link and have drinks, etc. I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even have said maybe. Like, because this is the thing. Like, men, they take everything as a sign that you still want them or they got to end. Me saying maybe, 9 times out of 10, I probably wasn't going to go. 10 times out of 10. Number one, I'm in a whole different space in my life, and I don't care to interact with you. If I wanted to interact with you, I could have found a way to contact you, link you from a different page, whatever. I could have did my research, but I didn't because I'm not thinking about you. I'm in a whole different spectrum. 2, I'm an introvert. I naturally don't go out. I flake on my friends, so I probably will flake on you too. Like, so 10 times out of 10, I wasn't gonna go. I just said maybe just to keep it cordial because he was like, you know when men make you feel like you're the angry black woman? Like, he was making me feel like that. And it sucks because, bro, look what you put me through. Like, they really think like stuff like that don't affect you. I'm young and I already had to deal with a situation where I'm dealing with baby mothers, deceit, lies, betrayal, chaos, fear, anxiety. Like, although all learning lessons, I didn't have to go through that. I went through that because you were greedy and you were selfish, and that's not fair. And you think that stuff like that don't weigh on people. It does. It has weighed on me. Just because I didn't let it keep me down and I moved forward doesn't mean that it didn't affect me in a negative way. So just thinking that you could just come back into my realm and just present yourself, and not even present yourself in the best light or the best intentions, just present yourself on some trying to make me just relive this memory that I done buried. I buried you, sir. And I think that's the problem. Men don't like to be buried. They want to always remind you, like, hey, knock knock, I'm here, you know, I'm here, remember me? Good D. Like, yes, I remember you, and no, I don't want to remember you. Get out of here, move on or move around. And I definitely told him that. Like, move on, move around, like, please. So I see him lurking for, like, I'm out of breath. Why am I out of breath? Oh, what I was just doing. Yeah, right? So I see him come to my page for like a month, right? Fast forward last week. Last week, I'm looking through my stories. Who I see? I'm like, let me go see how many days he gonna keep it up. He kept it up for like 3-4 days straight. So at the 4th day mark, I was like, nah, I'm gonna tell this man something, because I told him I don't like this and he keep doing it. Now I'm about to tell him something, and then I'm gonna block him if he doesn't stop. So I reach out to him. I'm like, hey, like, why you keep doing this? Like, I asked you to stop. Why do you keep doing this? Oh, I haven't been on Instagram since the last time I spoke to you. I haven't even, this is my second time in how many years even interacting with you. Like I said, your post popped, like he having an attitude. Y'all, I wish I had the messages, bro, so I could read it, bro. Like Shay, tell them, because Shay was reading it. She was right there. This is where Shay comes in, because she was reading it, right? Like I told you, as soon as I message him, he always be answering right away. So me and Shay, we at work. So I'm messaging him, like, whatever. I'm venting to Shay, like, this nigga's annoying. Like, I'm texting him. So he answers back that bullshit, like, oh, I literally just logged on to my account last night and I seen your page on my feed again. It's not my fault Instagram keep placing your page on my feed. If you want to feel away about them or private your page, you have a public page, but you want to be mad at me for having a public page and me viewing a public page. Like, yo, he was gaslighting. He was trying to gaslight the fuck out of me. Like, nigga, what are you even talking about? Like, yo, like, sometimes you gotta ask yourself, like, what is this even real life, bro? Like, is this real life? Like, y'all, I gotta digress. I'm getting excited right now because I hate people, bro. Y'all, I'm just like, why are people like this? Like, why? Out of all the things that you get to be in the world, you get to choose to be, you choose to be a fuck nigga? Like, come on, bro. Like, and a lot of people gotta understand, you catch more bees with honey. So coming with all that aggression and, you know, like, for what? Like, I haven't dated you in years. So just, y'all, just disgusting. And, like, don't get me wrong, I've had exes before that I hit up. Like, I remember one time I hit up my ex. It was around the time of his birthday, and I wanted to do something special for him because when we had his previous birthday, something bad had happened, and I didn't want him to have that birthday memory. And I was like, oh, even though as friends, I can do something nice for you, whatever. If you're gonna go and do something like that, do it with good intentions, and do it going in knowing that this person can reject or accept it, but don't throw salt on fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I had the messages so I could see the sass. He's all like, oh, then try to, like, guilt trip me, like, oh, if you don't want people watching your stuff, then maybe you should private your page. You're not gonna attack me. Basically, you're not gonna attack me for interneting. This is what the internet does. People view people's pages, blah, blah. Like, sir, you're choosing to come to my page. Like, this is a choice. And you don't have to choose to come here. You're choosing to come here. And you have nothing to show for it. You have nothing to gain from coming here. You're just choosing to come here. For what? I don't understand why. And you have nothing to provide, no support, no likes, no comments, no blah blah blah. I'm telling him that. He's like, oh, I see you doing your thing, keep up the good work, that's good for you. Like, you're not about to come here and try, like, y'all, I don't need this energy, y'all. Like, y'all, I'm even annoyed even having to repeat the things that he was saying, because I just felt like the audacity of you to come looking for me and think that you're about to talk to me like this and try to shift my energy. So I cursed his ass out. I sure did curse him out. Like, girl, I was like, I know I'm doing good because I'm doing a lot better than the two baby mothers who are continuously having to keep you on a leash. They can't focus on doing better for themselves because they're focusing on keeping you on a leash. And that's who you need to be worried about. That's who pages you need to be watching. Don't watch me. And obviously, he had to have still either been knowing him and probably a new BM, a new relationship, but he's with somebody because why are you not following my page? Why? You're just coming here to lurk. It's like you're not leaving comments, you're not liking, you're not leaving any crumbs, trails, nothing. You're coming in real clean and narrow with your face wide open. You should have just came through a fake page, which is probably what he was doing. Knowing people like that who lurk like that, they be going through fake page. I honestly feel like having a fake page is the respectful way to lurk. Like me, I have Finstas. if I want to go lurk and I know I don't have any good intentions, I'm not going through my real page. I'm gonna just go on my little fake page, do my little lurk, and get off of there. Move on and move around. That's how I told him, like, move on or move around. Pick one. Just get from here, because I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to have to relive trauma and have to readdress trauma and re-deal with trauma. When you go to somebody's page knowing that you caused a certain type of trauma in their life and you're trying to regain that attention, but you don't have the best intentions, I don't understand that. That's so weird. I would never dive back into someone's world knowing that I don't have any good intentions for them. That's ridiculous. Like, bro, like, you have nothing to offer me, not even a comment, not even a hey, and then to tell me to keep up the good work, good for you, whatever. Like, that's mad salty. Like, I done, like, do you know what 10 years in someone's life is? Like, I haven't spoken to you in like a decade, bro. Like, my whole life has transitioned. My mentality, what I'm doing, everything I'm indulging in, like, and you could have came with a better mannerism. And it was just annoying because the way he was acting, you would have thought that I did what he did. And that's what it brings me, that men, they don't like rejection. They don't. Had I came and been on some, hey, like, on his body like I was when I was younger, that's what they be seeking. Men always want you to, the men, they want you to chase them. They want you to baby them, be their mom, chase them, coddle them, no matter what they do, etc. Once you give them the opposite energy, you're an angry black woman, they're going back and forth with you, they're sassing with you. Like, it was like, bro, you catch more bees with honey. Like, you realize that you can't womanize me no more, so now you're catching an attitude about it. There's no space for you in my world. Like, just do you, bro. Like, people, like, leave people alone. Like, that's the message today. Leave people alone. Just leave them alone. Like, me and him didn't even have to have that back and forth. Mind you, after I cursed him out, I said what I need to say, he's gonna write me back, oh, I knew it was a mistake coming here, have a good life, and then block me. Are you okay, sir? Like, the audacity of you to block me. Like, you, like, yo. Y'all, why are people like this? Y'all, you know what I did? I went and blocked his ass right back. Now, I never had him blocked before, you know what I'm saying? So now that he blocked me and then I went and blocked him back, I had access to his page to block him. Remember, before he blocked me, I had access to his page to block him back. Now that I did the reverse block, now you really not finding my page, because once, this is how IG works, once two people have each other blocked, you and this person are literally gonna have to get into communication and call, contact support, or try to do something to get each other unblocked. Like, it's not gonna just work that easily. Like, you're never gonna have access to my page from your main page, sir. You're gonna have to, now you're gonna have to make a Finsta. And what I do with Finstas, I hide all stories from my Finstas and I block them. So you're probably gonna have limited access, a couple of minutes, maybe a day. But whenever I get back on the gram and I got time, I'm block Keisha in. I always make time for that, always. Because the internet is full of weird ass people. Remember I told you I had the girl from Virginia in the story time with the fashion designer horror story. What story time was that again? I'm put it right here. Yeah, that story time. Yeah, she was looking at my page for mad long, blocking and unblocking me until I found her. Like, I caught her. And that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all bold. Y'all do people dirty, and then y'all want to come bright and feisty from y'all main page, trying to show face in front of people's lives that y'all did dirty. If you know you did somebody dirty, leave them alone. If you're not coming with pure apologetic intentions, and regardless of how they react, you're maintaining that, leave people alone. Just go on with your life, y'all. So yeah, I hope freaking ASAP stays the hell away from me. Like I said, I don't care how good that D is, because even though I didn't have good D for years, recently, in the recent years, I've gotten some So I don't even care anymore about that. Like, that wasn't holding me anyways. Like, it probably made me a little stupid back then, but like, I'm just not there in my life. And then it's like, even with him hitting me up, it would have never been to date. Like, I would have never gave him another chance at dating me. Like, that was never gonna be on the table again. That was off the table after the second BM, and all these years passed and I never reached out to you. Not one birthday, not one holiday, never seeked you out. Like, that should be a sign, sir. Like, I'm gone. Like, this shit is done. It's over. Clipped. So yeah, y'all, that's the story time with ASAP and his audacious self. Like, I just don't even know what to say. Like, I'm still like annoyed by this. But you guys, if you have any stories where people had the audacity, like a man, like men like to do this, or females, they just come back trying to creep back into your space, into your life, watch what you're doing, interrupt you, y'all, that's the devil. That is the devil, okay? Like, that's the devil coming in trying to tell God, yeah, your people don't got no faith in you. I could turn them real quick. No, you're not gonna turn me. And y'all, I had to learn many lessons. There's so many times I let people just walk back into my life. And one of my YouTube subscribers actually just told me this. One of my viewers, I forgot what your name is, but thank you for telling me this. They told me the other day in one of my videos, they were like, girl, you are too forgiving. You need to have a never again mentality. And I feel like the second you forgive someone one more time and you don't allow them to sit in accountability, they're liable to just do it all over again, treat you the same way all over again, which is what ASAP tried to do. He thought that he done did this for so many years, so many times, like he was just gonna come in and just do it again. No, never again. Get out of here. And it's like, it's annoying to have to go back and forth with somebody about leaving you alone, but that's my fault too, because I could have easily just blocked him. I could have. But I also wanted to see, what is it that you wanted? I wanted to open the door since he was scared to open it himself. Like, what do you got to say? What do you want? But that's a sign right there. Somebody that can't be mature enough to open their own apologetic door and accountability door, you got to open it for them, and they still can't be accountable after that. Yeah, like, toss them, trash that character out the window. But let me know y'all stories, y'all, because I love hearing y'all experiences. Somebody told me in the comments the other day too that my life is so chaotic, and yes, y'all, I'm a chosen one. Okay, I'm chosen. I'm one of God's favorites. So I have gone through a lot of stuff, and I will continue, I know, to go through a lot of stuff, different levels, different devils. And the only thing I'm happy about is everything that I've gone through has only prepared me, and is preparing me for everything that I am going to go through. And one day it's not going to be, oh, I have a chaotic life. One day it's going to be, I am a warrior. I am a warrior, and I end chaos every way, every which way it comes. I'm tackling it, kung fu fighting it, knocking it down. But if I didn't have so much chaos, I wouldn't have all these good stories to listen to. So it's a double-edged sword. But anyways, you guys, my camera's about to die. My camera's always about to die. I never be charging it. I need to charge it. But this was my story time for today. I got some vlogs coming. Y'all say y'all want the vlogs. I'm about to give y'all the vlogs. I don't know if I want to do weekly vlogs yet, but I have some travel vlogs that I haven't uploaded yet that I'm gonna put up on the channel. And if you guys want some weekly vlogs, if y'all want to see me fabric shop and do the things I do, like sew and go places and whatever, like I be doing, let me know. I'm gonna start uploading some weekly vlogs. I love Glamazon Tay weekly vlogs, and I aspire to be able to live like that type of lifestyle, and also be able to share it with you guys. And I also wanted to say, this is what I wanted to say earlier, because I remember the beginning video I knew I wanted to say something, but I forgot. I want to say thank you guys for being my diary, and not just a diary, a healthy diary, because a lot of the times when I used to go through these situations and I needed a friend to vent to, I was being judged, even though y'all probably are judging me too, like, but I get a lot more support than negative judgment, and that's nice to have. And I love that I'm able to express myself and just unweigh and unleash all this bottled up chaos I've been through, all this trauma. And like, sometimes I'm not always making the best decisions. Like I said, I could have blocked ASAP and avoided a whole interaction with him. Like, you know, sometimes I don't always make the best choices, but these are my stories. This is the things I experience, and I just want to say thank you for people who don't judge me. Thank you for not judging me, for pouring into me, sending me love and prosperity, and supporting me and listening to these hour-plus long stories. Like I really appreciate that. And what else? That's it. You guys know, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not going to do anything else, make sure you do what? Pour into your motherfucking self. Pour into yourself, y'all. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Mwah.